Hi, how are you? Well, I'm not going to go into a long saga about the Trump Biden debate. First of all, that was not a debate. A debate takes more than 2 minutes. You can't debate somebody when you only have 2 minutes. A debate takes time to think. It takes time to organize your thoughts. And this is any age. Look, Biden did not become old recently. He has been old for a long time. Biden was old when he ran and won against Trump in for the 2020 election. This is just infuriating to me. Everybody seems so dumb. Why in the world would they set up a rule where they have 2 minutes to answer a question? I can't answer questions in 2 minutes. It takes me a while to start talking and then things pop into my head. And when you're trying to organize questions in 2 minutes, let me tell you, it just means you don't know what you're talking about. It just means you really don't have a lot of information to sort through. When someone asks you a question and you have a lot of things on your mind, a lot of things that you're thinking about, 2 minutes is nothing. And 2 minutes is the beginning of your getting to the subject. Then they have 1 minute to respond. And when the person that you're responding to is lying, of course, it's going to take you almost, 15 seconds or more to say, what in the world are they talking about? Where did they get those facts? Are those facts real? If Biden had known Trump's talking points on his stump speeches that he's been doing frequently and on his internet speeches that he does so frequently, Biden would have been saying, oh yeah, that old thing again, same thing he's been saying forever. But he didn't know that stuff. I mean, he's been involved with the Ukrainian war, the Israeli war against the Palestinians. He has things on his mind. Israel wants to expand the war to include Jordan, Iran, Egypt, Lebanon. It's crazy. Saw that pause right there. I mean, I was trying to think of the name of Lebanon. So these seconds count. And when you have to, it makes it better for the audience because things go quick and most people don't want to hear the debate anyway. But you need time to think. It's just part of how the brain works. And Joe has had a lot on his mind. Trump has been running around criticizing things, but he has no solutions. He has no plans. Can you tell me one plan or policy that Trump has from his debate? Okay, well, let's take the war in the Ukraine. What did Trump say he would do to solve the war in Ukraine? Dun 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 dun. He didn't say anything. He criticized. He said it would never have happened if it had been on his watch. Well, that's not a plan. That's not something for the future. He's just sitting in a rocking chair complaining. What did he say to solve the war that Israel has against Hamas and its plans to go in against Iran and other countries in the area? Trump already gave the Israelis a bunch of money to build in Jerusalem, and that's causing lots of problems. But what else can he do in the future? What's his plan for Israel? What did he say during the debate? Dun da 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 dun da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun dun. He said nothing. He said nothing. He has no plans. He has no ideas. He has ideas, but he doesn't want to tell them to us. All he does is complain. He says, well, he and Netanyahu are great friends and that would have never started. I don't believe that. Netanyahu has a lifetime of hate against the Palestinians and some of his other neighbors, so he is not going to change all of his dreams of taking that Gaza Strip and turning it into a resort. Maybe even a Trump resort. Maybe they'll put golf there and start hitting golf balls into the Mediterranean Sea so they can choke all the little fish that are out there, or hit them on the head. Then they can bring in the boats, and they can bring in the yachts, and they can bring in the jet skis, and raise the prices so that nobody can be there on the Gaza Strip except for the really rich. And then, of course, who's going to fix up the Gaza Strip for the rich? Well, it's going to be you and me. We're going to put our tax money, give it to Netanyahu. They'll clear out all of those buildings they've been demolishing, polluting our air with all those bombs every 15 minutes for about a year. And we'll pay for that because we won't be allowed near the Gaza Strip because it will only be for the super wealthy. And it certainly won't be for any people who live in the area who are not European or Jewish or whatever you want to call them. So, okay, so you think Trump won the debate? Well, what other ideas did he bring out? What other things did he say he would fix, and what are his plans to fix them? What about child care? I think they asked Trump about child care, and they said how hard it was for women to work because they have children. In fact, we just saw a woman who left her child in a car while she went to work at an Amazon factory. She was going to be gone for 3 hours, I believe, and she was trying to contact her child periodically on her cell phone to make sure she was okay. However, by the time she got out to the car, the child was frothing at the mouth and was going into unconsciousness and later died. So what did Trump say during the debate that he would do for women around the United States who are trying to find child care? Okay, answer me that. Dun da 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 dun da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun dun. Well, Trump said nothing. Trump wanted to go back and answer the previous question because he had thought up some answers. He had time to search through his brain to remember some of the previous answers that he had about another topic, and he never answered that question. And we can go on and on and on. In fact, I will do that. I will go through, for those who are strong enough to stomach that disaster, I will go through it with you and show you that nobody won. Both of these guys were losers. Biden, because he had so much information and so little time, he was just trying to put words together. If you listen to Elon Musk try to describe his Falcon spaceship, do you know what the Falcon spaceship is? Dun 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 dun. Of course you don't. But if you try to get Elon Musk to describe his Falcon spaceship, he stumbles. It takes him a long time to finally get the thought coherent enough so that you can figure out what he's saying and what he's trying to accomplish. And then if you ask him the problems, he stumbles. And then it takes him some time to really get a coherent series of sentences out so that he can tell you the problems. And then if you ask him what are the solutions, he stumbles. It takes him a while to actually talk about all of the problems. What he'll do is he'll mention bits and pieces, and then he finally gets a coherent sentence out, and then another coherent sentence out, and finally, after some time, you will understand what the problems and solutions are that he's thinking about. But you can't give him 2 minutes. You can't hit him with a question on anything and give him 2 minutes and expect him to have the answer. This is not a question for voters. We've lived through both of these presidents. We know what a presidency of Donald Trump is like. It is habitual lying every day about everything, and lots of trips to his golf courses where we pay for people. Yes, you and I in the vote, you and I, the citizens, are paying for riding on Donald Trump golf carts, paying for Secret Service to fly to and from Donald Trump resorts, paying for government people to eat Donald Trump steaks and drink Donald Trump water. Now Donald Trump is into cryptocurrency, and he and his son Barron are producing DJT, Donald John Trump, crypto coins. And that was corrupt. It ran afoul of the SEC. But the person who worked with Barron Trump in making these crypto coins said that Barron Trump has the key, the crypto key for blockchain about the DJT coins. I'll tell you, this man is corrupting so many people. He still has Roger Stone as his major advisor. He got Roger Stone out of jail during his last presidency. Roger Stone is happy and ready to go to work for another trial with Donald Trump if he has a second presidency. And how many people that worked in Donald Trump's White House had legal cases, and how many went to jail? Dun da 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 dun da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun dun. Or you don't know. And I'll let you know that it was too many to count. There's never been a presidency that's had more people cycling in the legal system and being found guilty. Go back and look at the January 6th report just to review some of the crimes in the past of Donald Trump. So I'm not going to, in this video, get into the minutia of Donald Trump and Biden at their debate, but I will tell you, of the videos I've seen so far, no one has really talked about one of the most serious moments of the debate. And I'm going to do that in another video. I'm going to let you think of what it was. What did you think it was? Let me know in your comments. Tell me, what did you think was the most serious point of this debate between President Biden and former President Donald Trump? We have gone through presidencies with both of these guys, so one can't come out and tell us a whole bunch of junk, because we know what their presidency is like. This 4th of July is filled with people traveling. So people have money, people can afford planes, people are getting on those planes and they're traveling on vacation. They are in their cars, they are on the road, they are buying gas, they have money to spend. So we know the Biden presidency is working. We just finished a very successful Juneteenth where everyone I saw in the area where I live were doing events with their families. I saw a lot of people packing to go camping. I saw people getting in the cars with their kids to go on some type of trip. Maybe they were visiting relatives. I don't know. But I can tell you, Juneteenth was very, very successful, and I saw a lot of people enjoying our new holiday. So the economy is doing great under Biden, and Trump just goes in and says, we have the worst economy and the worst country in the United States, and everybody's laughing at us. Biden, on the other hand, says what I've been seeing, that United States is strong, people are happy, people are traveling, people have money, people are enjoying their families, and that we have a lot of things to do in the future, but we are no way down and out, and no one is laughing at us under the presidency of Joe Biden. They only laughed at us when we were under Donald Trump, and that's what he remembers. But under Joe Biden, the people are not laughing, but they can't wait to get foolish Donald Trump back in so he can try to become friends with North Korea, who just executed a 22-year-old boy for listening to K-pop. He can become friends with China, who is trying to take over the economies and who produces Donald Trump mega hats, Donald Trump shirts, Donald Trump ties, Donald Trump pants, Donald Trump shoes, and also gave a whole bunch of patents to his daughter, Ivanka, for her lines of clothing and so forth. And we don't even know what she's producing with all of those patents she got. And we paid for that trip. That was a business trip for Ivanka. She should have paid her own way. But no, you and I, the stupid citizens, paid for Ivanka's business trip to smooth up to the Chinese government and get them to give her special patents, which other people are not able to get because China does not want to give patents to Americans. But Ivanka's children are speaking Chinese, by the way. Yes, are your children speaking Chinese? Well, they better, because if Trump's in, we're going to have Trump cryptocurrency. We're going to have our kids needing to speak Chinese. We're going to be doing more and more business and sending more of our money and cryptocurrency to China. And as far as Israel, well, Donald Trump just keeps throwing money to Israel, and he, of course, wants to get that Gaza resort on its way. So maybe even he might even want a resort in Jerusalem. Maybe that's why he also gave that money to Netanyahu for building in Jerusalem, which has angered all of the people that share that city. Anyway, I don't know how I got talking so long. It just comes out. But I don't know what you got from this. But you can see it took me more than 2 minutes to get my thoughts organized and to start rolling. And I still need more time to really get my mind organized to present ideas on a video. So there was no debate. The whole meeting between these two was rigged against Joe Biden because Trump was just doing his Trump speech, which he has done it a million times, and Biden was the only one thinking and giving fresh ideas. And Biden is the candidate. He's been old, he is old, and he will continue to be old. He is not going to do a Benjamin Button and start reversing and going younger. He is old, but he is competent. He is American. He wants to help the American public, and in under his economy, we are doing well, and we have a great future under Biden. There are other candidates, but they could have picked them 2 years ago. But it's the party's fault that we have two men who are 80 fighting to be president. But we're not going to change now. We have a candidate. He is able to do the job. We can see every day that he is doing the job, and we feel safe. We feel comfortable, and he can continue to do the job tomorrow, just like he's doing today. So that's all I'm going to say right now. So what do you think? Tell me what programs Trump proposed. What are his plans in a new presidency? And I will talk to you later. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Bye.